Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They go to the ground. Powers through. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs, and make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Snagged out of the air. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establish establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field. That's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barrels ahead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game. Kalani Sitake got this Cougar program back in the national spotlight last season. 11 wins, and boy, did they do a great job in finishing off close games.
And boy, are they fun to watch. You talk about close games, yes, they won those, but fake punts, fake field goals, going for it on fourth down, like BYU's brand of football, Palmer, is always entertaining.
It's always entertaining. I remember a little while ago, people were wondering how they were going to fare in the Big 12, but they've proven that they can compete for a conference championship, and who knows this year, maybe take the next step to the CFP.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Now adjusting. Found the spot in the defense. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Working that left side. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, BYU.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off play action on first down. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Anthony. Strong, firm tackle. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buys a little time. Got rid of it just in time.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They booted away on 4th down. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Breaks the tackle. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for space. It's Martin. Oh, it's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Ready to fire from the pistol. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28.
Timeout, BYU.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's King. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
This offense has it with really good field position. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Quarterback keeper. Plows through the defense. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Martin. Great move, now he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way somehow to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, I did not have this in my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. That's caught. It's Anthony. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Blue Devils in the hurry up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
They send the tight end in motion. Oh, they're after him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Making side adjustments here. From the shotgun, the inside give. He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll run play action. He's got it. First down and more. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them. You know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
And the Blue Devils will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Picks up the first down. Turns it on at midfield. Turning on the Jets. The 10. Touchdown Cougars. He would not be denied. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
14.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He might want another play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going for a big play downfield. Brings it down on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man in the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Pressure coming. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Running behind that left side. He'll try to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, BYU! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Past the first down marker and still running. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.